goals to attain?
Really, just like you said, never to get complacent. Just continue to work hard. I feel like we have much more to go throughout the season. I don't feel like we really accomplished too much at all. But you know what our end goal is, and that's hopefully be able to get to the playoffs and also win the national championship again.
What's it like having Coach Muschamp as a coordinator, and what's his intensity like on the sideline?
Coach Muschamp, he's a great coach. Brings the intensity every single day, as you guys seen in the past years in the videos and stuff like that, man. But he's the coach that always has you on your toes. He executes great and just always keeps us in a good mindset.
Y'all's kind of game plan going into the Super Bowl was rattle rattler. From a secondary perspective, how did y'all try to do that, and how do y'all think y'all did continue to do that?
Continue to keep our eyes on the receivers, get hands on them, and just try to knock off their time with Spencer Rattler, because we know our rushers will be able to get there at the end of the day, and just trying to work with each other.
Who was it to see Dan Jackson get his first career interception out there?
It's a great feeling, honestly. I love my man Dan Jackson. He's a great player, a good leader for the team in the secondary as well, and he's a real down-to-earth guy. So it was real good to see him make that play.
How challenging were these South Carolina receivers? We saw them do a lot of damage earlier in the year.
Pretty good receivers. A lot of them really elite, good speed, good size, great receivers, honestly. For one thing that we're trying to continue to work on is just our technique and trying to get hands on overall receivers at the end of the day, and I feel like we were able to do that today.
Jamal talked about practice being harder than the game. I mean, did it really seem that way this week with what they threw at you?
Honestly, every single week, that's our goal to make practices harder than the game, so we continue to come out here and execute just like we did today.
Kelee, Will Muschamp was the head coach here for a while, and you guys almost had a shutout. I mean, was there much talk or excitement for him to come back here and the defense play very well again?
I feel like you'd have to ask Coach Muschamp that, but I feel like just the way that Coach Muschamp continues to just put us in great position to be able to make plays and just the schemes that he runs as well. Having him and Coach Smart and Coach Shu on the same team is definitely a huge thing. Just them three together, it just makes everything easier out there, and just knowing what you're gonna be able to see throughout the entire week and also at the game.
That's the first touchdown that y'all given up this season as a team. What were you thinking when they scored that late?
Yes, sir. Honestly, just trying to come in Monday and figure out where we went wrong. Honestly, that's the only thing that you can do. I feel like not hanging our heads low. I feel like we played a great game overall, but just little things like that is the things that we can fix. And I feel like we'll be successful on those type of situations.
Nolan was pretty pumped up before the games, during the game, and at that moment he was. What's he saying to guys, even late in the game?
Never to get complacent, because as you guys can see, a lot of teams that are in our position can start to get complacent and think that we arrived, and that's never how we want to feel. Honestly, we want to come into every single game like it's the biggest game of our lives. So I feel like we can play continuously at the level that we want to play at, and that's our standard.